tongue tied anyway. But you made me nervous when you come over here. So anyway,
7 years later, I still make you nervous.
Yes. So anyway, before the break, we were talking about finances. We were talking about saving, how we did it, and our allocation, and how we sit down and communicate about bills.
And you got clowned about your $25.
Yes, they're clowning me in the chat room, found at Kysii.com. They're in here clowning me about my $25, but hey, it works for us. Because I get more than $25 now. I ain't just going to stick by that anyway. You know what I'm saying? I got them sport coats. They're more than $25 in the one.
I'm talking about tricking money. The $25 is just, you can just blow it on whatever you want to blow it on. But I mean, we just changed it so it can help us get to our get to our savings goals. So it's a system that works for us. So sorry they got to be saying that stuff.
Hey, so in the chat room, man, they all going in here. They all Mocha and Elle always going back and forth with each other. She said, I'm a grown ass woman, don't worry about me. Because Elle is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? He loves to push all the boundaries of everything. Mo was talking about how he does his credit, how it works in his bill negotiations, and how he does his planning at the crib between him and his wife, et cetera, et cetera. Mac, speaking about what he did and his financial plans. I mean, it's some good stuff. So the chat room is popping. A lot of good information in here, and they're also very funny with it. Real Scott is in both of them. Real Scott on Facebook and in the chat room.
Dang, Real, talking about dual monitoring right there, multitasking.
Hey, he's doing what he do. So, shout out to the sponsors, the people that actually were on the commercial break. Actually played a Spicy Conversations throwback promo. Who's no longer on. She's now Corporate Spicy because she now has a day job.
Spicy.
We call her Corporate Spicy. She got a day job and a man, and she ain't did a podcast ever since. So,
why you gotta do that? That's just...
Because her man ain't gonna have her on here talking about that what she be talking about.
Really, babe?
That's the word on the street. I'm just saying.
That's what you just said to everybody, so everybody got the streets word out.
Well, the streets come back to me. I'm just regurgitating what I be hearing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's Corporate Spicy. She used to be on at 9 p.m. on Thursday evenings. Of course, you see I'm in that slot now. But
okay,
she'll be back one day.
Well, we talked about, before we went on the break, we talked about like our system, what works for us. But we didn't talk about like how we came up with a plan or anything. But we just talked about what works for us, and our system is not going to work for everybody. And I said that the communication was key, and you said what? Well, you said a bunch of stuff.
I mean, communication is key. Like I said, I do realize that. That's a main thing. That's something. I think that's the main thing is communication is key, because if I went out and had a problem and just went out and got computers, MacBooks at a whim, or decided to go get all kind of stereo equipment, or just say, I'm going to get a 70-inch TV for 2 or 3 of these rooms. You guys see that this is all the things he really wants to do. Dang, you're right. It might be stuff. Everything that he's saying right now, he really wants to do. If money ain't and if money wasn't a thing, if we didn't have goals, if he didn't care about credit, this is what he'd be spending his money on. But go ahead. You think all the TVs be 70 inches in here? We have Sorry. We have so many TVs in our house. It's ridiculous. I mean, TVs everywhere. We didn't even need TVs, and they're just TVs everywhere. They used to think we worked for AT&T because we had so many AT&T boxes. They was like, oh, yeah, you guys must work for AT&T. No, we don't. You're going to just tell people that. Because it's true. Multiple times. People have asked if we work for AT&T. We scaled back because we had so many boxes. That was back then. We used to have a TV in the kitchen. There's no TV in the kitchen now. No, it's in the sunroom, out on the patio. It's been replaced. So don't do it. Don't even... Anyway, let's move on. All right, Max said something good. Let me see. Max said, for everyone, the collection agencies have to verify any debt they report to the credit bureaus. Send out a debt validation letter. Yeah, Max, I heard you say that on one of my other shows. I've seen something recently where they said that even if you owe the debt, the credit agencies have messed up so much recently with these data breaches and things that they saying to at least send that letter off, because you might, I guess, lucky I'm getting some wiped off. Right. Is that the word on the street? Correct that, Mac. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Well, I want to talk about let's getting to paying our bills before it even gets to the credit collection agencies.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even be going there. We shouldn't especially in this point in our lives. There's no way you should be letting anything go to a collection agency.
Okay, but
that's just bad financial management up front. If you have a bill that's going to the collection agency, that means you weren't paying your bill, you weren't talking to your creditor, you weren't negotiating your debt, which you should be doing up front before they even send it to a collection agency. Nobody's trying to live like that.
Let's talk real.
That is real.
There's people in relationships right now who got bad credit. The husband might have bad credit. The wife might have bad credit. Mm-hmm. Somebody might have some stuff in collection. What do they do now? Because that's the number one problem. Is people are in bad. They're already bad. They came in bad, or either together they didn't financially handle themselves correctly.
That's what I said about sitting down and having these meetings and communication. But I also said that you have to be in agreement into your goals. Y'all got to sit down and have an agreement. It's never too late to start over. It's never too late to do the right thing. It's never too late to get on track.
So
because what happens?
Bankruptcy?
No, I don't condone that. I mean, if that's what works for them, if they have major debt, maybe. It's not a credit show. I thought this was a relationship and finance show.
But that's what I'm saying. They already hurting. What if you hurting already? You already in there. We got people on here right now hurting. It's like, lay your hand on the radio right now and talk to me. But what if you're hurting right now? What if you're hurting and you're in pain and you right now have the debt going on? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're talking like a TV evangelist or something. I mean, seriously? I thought we were supposed to be talking about how do you keep your relationship on track and your finances together to stop from you having issues in your relationship.
I'm bringing it. Yes, we are talking.
You're going fast forward or past tense. I'm talking about where you are currently. It's never too late to start over. It's never too late to do the right thing. It's never too late to sit down and have these talks about your finances. It's never too late to have a plan and to make sure you're both on the same page with your financial goals. Okay. It's never too late.
So your financial goals could be getting out of debt.
Exactly, it should be.
Or paying off some credit card that's been wrote off.
If it's recent, if it's older, I wouldn't pay it off.
You wouldn't pay it off?
If it's old, no. Like say it was 5 years ago, no, I wouldn't, because it's gonna drop off in 2 years anyway.
Mac, your thoughts? Mac is in there. He's a credit dude up in this piece.
I didn't think we were talking about credit. You need to make up your mind.
It's all the same.
No,
that's the number one.
But
you don't think people are divorced from that?
But that's what I'm saying. But it's too late then. I'm talking about how do you stop? How do you prevent that? How do you not get there?
Yeah, but that's for young people. That's young marriage.
No,
people just getting
that's
started.
for young people that should be in collections. Your old ass should not be in no collections because you should have learned a long time ago how to pay your bills.
Now you can't think that people didn't already have collections and not be out of collections. Got stuff that's you cussed again.
I did.
God dang, are you keeping up with this, Al?
Hey, Vanessa.
What's up, Vanessa? Now, Vanessa, I'm not even gonna call out that. I'm sorry.
Don't be telling people business.
I'm not. But she's highly skillful in the art.
Yes, she's very skillful.
Of financial responsibility.
She's very skillful.
Right. And her husband do an awesome job of finances and how it works for them.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right. You know what?
What, babe?
Are you ready for a call?
Yeah, sure.
I'm putting a number in the chat room.
404-735-0602.
Open that door over there if you want to.
But I told you it was hot. You could have opened up the door for me.
If a bat flies up in this piece, I'm just...
you gonna go screaming.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That shit happened to me before.
Yes.
I ain't know what to do. It was a bat in the house. It wasn't this house, but my other house. A bat came in. You weren't even here. It was me.
No, I was on the phone with you, though.
Running around. There's a bat in the damn house.
And no, you was like, there's a bat in the house. He was screaming like a girl.
Because every time I went in one room, he ran to the other room. I go in the room, he following me. He kept hearing me and shit. He come in there with me. All right, so. All right, that was. Mo Cheese said to say you shouldn't have anything in collection isn't realistic for most because they aren't educated enough to know how to manage the bills and establish credit. But realistically, we are born into debt.
Realistically, I guess we are kind of, sort of. But I mean, that's another show too. Because the thing is, if you are, once you get to a certain point in your life, you should be planning and talking about what you're leaving for a legacy that your children won't be born into debt. That you have something to leave to them, so they start off in this world ahead of the game. This is what other cultures do. So one of the biggest things, and since we're talking about credit now, we're talking about wealth, we're talking about finances, the wealth gap between other ethnic groups and African Americans is crazy. Like
They have way more wealth than we do. And a lot of people attribute it to us being risk adverse. Like we're scared. Like scared money don't make money though. So they said that we're afraid to take risk with our money. You know what I mean? And I think it's because we haven't been taught. And I think that we don't know what the right investments are. We don't talk about it enough. We don't teach our children enough because we don't know enough.
Right.
So, but it takes you to get out there and have some type of financial and investment knowledge. Even if it's on your own, you have to do something to make your money work for you. And to make your money make money. Because your money makes very little interest sitting in a bank, there's other ways for you to invest your money to have larger returns, but there's a great risk with that return.
Right. I don't like Facebook. I mean, it be tripping. Why are you saying 4 people watching? It's like 9 or 10 plus people typing at the same time. And it's saying 4 people watching us. That shit is all off. And then the chat room. Anyway, that's how divulges. Was that a good word?
That's not. I don't think that's a word, but I'll look it up.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, what they say about Morehouse men?
What, they think they know everything?
Well,
that's what I say about my Morehouse man. He think he knows everything, and he knows a lot, but his ass don't know everything.
Can't tell a Morehouse man nothing. That's what
it is. You can't tell a Morehouse man nothing. I say you can ask a Morehouse man think he knows everything.
Anyway, the phone number is 404-735-0602. 404-735-0602. It's in the chat, and we will type it into Facebook as well. And like I was saying, the discussion here, when it comes down to this money, it's simple. Number one is communication. Transparency is part of communication, right?
Yeah.
Being transparent.
And
Because
being non-judgmental too with your partner. Like you can't be judgmental. You like everything else about me, but then if my finances are not right, then that's a deal breaker.
Because some people don't know.
Exactly. Some people don't know.
Because you get your representative in the beginning. So you didn't know she had all these credit problems because you didn't even ask the right questions. And you're supposed to ask these questions. You're supposed to ask the question of everything you want to know.
When you're being serious with somebody, if they just
right.
You know,
they transfer or they transform a booty call into a meaningful relationship.
It sounds like you're speaking from personal experience.
No, I'm not. You're trying to be funny. When they transform a booty, see how everything always got to relate to me and some woman somewhere.
You've had a lot of women, a lot of places. So I'm just saying.
You transform that into a meaningful relationship, but yet you didn't ask her the right question. You didn't ask how's her debt or what kind of problems she had.
But then you have to wait to a certain point in your relationship before you're able to do that. And if you're asking that type of question, if any dude asks a question like that to a single woman, that must mean he's thinking about putting a ring on it. And if you're not ready to give out that signal that there's a potential for us to go take this to the next level, you don't need to be asking any questions about my credit.
How you gonna know? What if?
That's what I just said.
Some people walk away because she got something crazy going on. They were like, I was gonna marry her, but shit, she's like, crazy.
Do you think that's shallow?
I think it might be shallow.
I don't think it's shallow. I think it depends on what you have. Everybody got to bring something to the table. It can't be just you fine, you got a big booty, or you make a lot of money. It's got to be something substantial for you to bring to the table.
What's not shallow if you got a lot of, or you got several car repossessions, you got a lot of, what's the one you get? A lot of evictions, a lot of car. You know what I'm saying? That shows that you're not responsible. You know what I mean? So that right there is a red flag. I mean, just all collectively. You know what I mean? So yeah, you could walk away from that situation. So I can't say it's shallow, but you could walk away from that. But you got to ask that question. You would never know if this person had their rental history or their credit history is all bad. So when you go to get a house,
would, because they'll be living like they rental credit history is bad. You can't get a decent place to live if your shit is all messed up. You just can't.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is, but that could happen, man. And the thing is, you might need to utilize, or you know what I'm saying, you want to go get something together. You want to go get a property or something together.
Right.
And you can't because that person can't bring nothing to the table. Am I right?
I mean, that's possible, but I mean, that seems like it would be further along in the relationship to me, though. You don't think so?
I don't know.
That's like saying you date somebody for 6 months and then y'all go get a house together. I mean, maybe that works for some people, but usually if you do that, you would think that there's the next level to get to in the relationship.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just can't see you after 6 months just going by a house with somebody. It took you 2 years to know if you even want to get married.